Now, listen, you guys, Nicki Minaj's hiatus might actually be short-lived, and we're going to be talking about Beyonce and her husband allegedly. They are getting a divorce allegedly, and we're also going to be talking about this entire situation with Charlemagne the God trying to take the blame of academics and trying to put it on Drake. I'm just like, well, is this the new campaign? Okay. Now, speaking of Drake, Joe Biden is out there basically telling us that there are no chances of him going independent, and at the same time, Fat Joe is getting booed off stage because of course, the comments that he has made, which we are going to be talking about. And the Transformer is being accused of trying so hard to fit in with this entire TikTok situation that's going on. Kim Kardashian, meanwhile, is out there seemingly endorsing Melania Trump. And people are like, what is happening? Okay. Now, these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great. You guys, I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So first of all, let us talk about Nicki Minaj. Now, you guys do know that Nicki Minaj has been in hiatus for quite a long time. It does seem like, well, she might be breaking a hiatus sometime soon because, well, she is featured in an intro of a song by a Trini artist, and I will say that her voice does sound lively, and of course she did promise that she's working on a verse for that particular song, and of course the Barbz are excited. I mean, it has been really awfully quiet in the female rap street, and I've been talking about it and also just questioning, like, where are the people? Why does it seem like each time Nicki Minaj is on hiatus there's nobody out here? And it seems like also even those that pay the blogs, because I mean, I did see Cousin Sloth is out and about doing her thing, but it hasn't been getting a lot of covering. It hasn't gotten a lot of coverage. I mean, like, a lot of blogs are not really talking about it. And so that makes me wonder, does it mean that there is an extra push to, push these female rappers outside as long as Nicki Minaj is out there, to make it seem like it's a competition or like other female rappers are doing something? Because I'm like, where's all the energy that you guys have when Nicki Minaj is out? Now that she has announced that she's on hiatus, all of you are like, what, baking in your caves? Like, what is happening with that, you guys? But that being said, you guys, I'm super excited to hear what Nicki Minaj has for us. And honestly, it has been boring. It's been dry in the female rap streets, and I cannot wait to hear what she has in store for us. That being said, I did see some, I really would like to believe at this point that these are fake Barbz, like people who literally see Nicki Minaj's name, or like somebody saying Nicki Minaj has got something coming out, and the immediate thing that comes to them is, well, it's substandard. She's not working hard. She's lazy. Where's the music video? She's not doing enough. And I'm just like, at this point, the obsession is bad. Like, if you do decide to not be a fan, it's okay. But to still continue with this woman's profile picture as your DP, and you're out here just waiting to say something negative, it has to be crazy. If those people are not bots from the other side, then that's obsession, okay? Can you at least remove a picture, from your profile? Like, what are you doing? But anyway, you guys, honestly, I'm super excited for that. And for those of you that feel like, well, it's a Kia collaboration, well, it is what it is, okay? Because clearly at this point, nothing this woman is going to do will ever is ever going to please you. You're always going to have something to pick on. So for that reason, I'm not taking any of those complaints seriously. So let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Now, moving on to the next thing that we are going to be talking about. We're going to talk about Beyonce and, of course, Jay-Z. I did see it is actually being reported that the two of them might actually be headed for a divorce. I was like, what? Is it because of everything that has gone down with Jay-Z being accused of several things and stuff like that? Or is it something that has been brewing for a very long period of time? But I mean, I don't think that if they're going to get a divorce, it's got anything to do with the case at hand. Because, I mean, after the case, we saw Beyonce playing Happy Family with the husband. So if they do decide to divorce, and I do think that it's unrelated. But that being said, you guys, some people are saying that, well, Jay-Z as he is a man who lives by Beyonce's rules. yeah, there are allegations that the man actually does live according to rules that are set out by Beyonce. Now, I don't know how far true that is, but if it is true, well, you know what? Good for you, Beyonce. But because at the end of the day, everybody is always looking at her crazy, like, oh my God, how could you forgive him? It's not like he's all that. He's not even that good looking and stuff like that. People have and had a lot of things to say about Beyonce in as far as forgiving her husband is concerned. So if the husband is living according to Beyonce rules, I'm like, power to you, girl, okay? Power to you. That man has to follow those rules because, come on, you're Beyonce, okay? I'm not mad at that, honestly. But anyway, this is what is being alleged, and these rules actually came about as a result of him cheating and Beyonce saying, "Listen, if you want to stay with me, this is what you gotta do, okay?" I mean, I remember back then I also heard a rumor where people were saying that Beyonce was telling the men to lose the weight and to leave a certain, and I'm like, where do you guys get this information? But I'm happy for her if it's true, because I'm tired of people playing her, of people making it seem like, she's this dummy, she's just following this man around and stuff like that. So yeah, this is what the entire rule setting allegation is saying. They say Jay-Z's ultimately very grateful that she didn't give up on him back in the day, the insider alleged. So he knows his respect by following her rules. I'm like, queen. I like when women take back their power like this, okay? And I do hope it's true, hey? I hope it's not just for, to save face. And they went ahead to say that he used to go out with the boys all the time, but that's off limits. And Beyonce doesn't like him having one-on-ones with his female talent. Is that why Rihanna is no longer releasing music? Of course, I'm just being messy, you guys. I don't think that those two are correlated anyway. But they went further to say that the source who spoke to In Touch Weekly said Jay-Z and Beyonce go to therapy and prioritize date nights to reconnect as a couple. They work hard at making their marriage work, and they are in a healthier place since Beyonce put her foot down. And that's the insider. Who's the insider, Mama Tina? I'm just joking. Is the insider Solange? Who is the insider here? But anyway, you guys, let me know what you think about Beyonce and this entire setup that they are alleging Beyonce has in place in order to be with her husband. Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Fat Joe, okay? Now, you guys do know that a couple of days ago, Fat Joe really did go viral for basically accusing black men and saying that, well, they are jealous of him, and it was just absurdity. And frequently using the N-word whilst talking down on black men in the same breath is just so insane, if you ask me. And sadly, he's not the only person who's been doing this for the longest of time and getting away with it, because your very favorite girl, the Transformer, has been doing the same thing. So I'm really glad to see people putting their foot down to say, stop disrespecting us, and, benefiting at the same time. Because listen, when that man went up that stage, they booed him until he didn't know what to do. He was just there looking around like, I'm just like, yes, way to go. Because these people really do feel like they can get away with being this condescending whilst benefiting at the same time, which I feel like is absolutely not okay. If you want to be part of other people's culture, I think the least you can be is be respectful to them as a people. I don't know, you guys. That's just my opinion, okay? Because for him to speak like that about black men, I was just like, wow, that's interesting. And I was like, okay, as usual, people are going to applaud this and people are going to let it slide because, well, he shaved off his head and now he thinks that he can get away with anything. But yeah, I was really happy to see that happening. And I do hope that they tackle the Transformer next in as far as holding her accountable. Still speaking about the Transformer, she is facing backlash as people feel like she's doing the most pertaining to this entire TikTok ban thing. You guys do know that, well, TikTok was banned and unbanned. It's been, just up and down when it comes to this particular application. But, people have been trying to access the application by using different VPNs, and the Transformer decided to join in on the fan. And she said, yeah, not taking TikTok from me. And she shared that she was using a VPN from Hawaii. And, she also did say that body gang, why it don't work, okay? And she ended up posting all of those posts, and people feel like, well, she tries so hard to say like if anything is trending, she's inserting herself, she's trying to make herself seem relatable and stuff like that. I mean, the other day she had a back and forth with somebody who had said that if TikTok is banned, her career is not going to be the same, and she was flexing that, well, she has a multi-million dollar deal that's being presented to her. So I'm just like, with this girl, honestly, if it's not an album, if it's not music, I mean, keep it, babe. Like, keep it, like, seriously. Anyway, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Nelly and Snoopdog. These guys are under fire. People are not having it because the two of them decided to perform for Trump's inauguration, and people are like, listen, this is so disrespectful. I mean, people are even going further to attack Ashanti because of this. People are not having it. And another person who is added to the mix also is Kim Kardashian, because, well, she decided to share a picture of Melania Trump. And so people were like, okay, why were you not vocal about it when the elections were actually happening? So this is who you voted for, and people are not happy with her and stuff like that. And some people feel like, well, she just posted that picture because she's a fashion girly and she was just basically appreciating Melania's outfit. And I'm just like, this entire situation is a mess, you guys. Let me know what you think about the celebrities who ended up performing there. Do you think that they are justified for doing so, or do you think that they're actually going to be cancelled? And also let me know, do you think that Snoop Dogg is actually cancelable, or he's one of those people who you cannot cancel regardless of your efforts? Anyway, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Charlemagne. Now, at this point, I don't know if Charlemagne is in love with Drake or what exactly. You guys do know that Akademiks came out a couple of days ago accusing LeBron of cheating on his wife, and Akademiks was saying that, well, he has people from Canada, some women from Canada, who actually came up to him to say, listen, we have messed with LeBron and stuff like that. And this came out of Akademiks' mouth, okay? And somehow Charlemagne is determined to sanitize Akademiks and put all of the blame on Drake. And when you listen to what he's saying, it sounds very much like he's trying to instigate. He's trying to make Akademiks feel like Drake is using him. And I'm just like, do I think that Drake is using Akademiks? I do agree with that. But what's the motive behind Charlemagne saying this to Akademiks? Is it because Charlemagne cares about Akademiks so much? Is it that, you guys? Honestly, not. It's because they want to take away any form of voice that Drake has, in the industry. Any sort of voice that is speaking up for Drake, they're trying to take that away from him. And at this point, they've realized that Akademiks is still being listened to by a lot of people. And what's the next move? Okay, make him feel useless. Make him feel like Drake is using you to say things that he wouldn't say even himself. Make him feel like LeBron is going to sue you and Drake is going to be nowhere to save you. Make him feel like, well, Drake doesn't have his back. That's exactly what Charlemagne is doing. Do I care for Akademiks? I don't. Do I care for Drake? I don't. But do I think that Charlemagne cares for Akademiks? I really don't. Do I care for Charlemagne himself? I don't. But the truth is, this is exactly what I'm saying, my opinion at least, that this man is trying to turn every single media platform against Drake. And I'm like, is he doing it for himself? Is Charlemagne the God doing it for himself? Of course not. I mean, those guys that are the podcast were mocking him, saying that he's still a line item in Atlantic books. So of course he's going to do what his masters are asking him to do. And at this point, it is the industry machine, in my own opinion, that's influencing all of this that is happening. But of course, people are going to try and act and turn a blind eye to this and make it seem like, oh, well, it's all organic and stuff like that. Listen, I don't even like Drake myself, but like, the clear thing here is the industry machine is done with him, and he's somebody who has been put on this pedestal by the same industry machine. So that's why they are very it's very easy for them to bring him down. It's because they put him there so they can take him down. The same cannot be said for people like Nicki Minaj. The industry machine didn't put her where she is right now. That's why it was harder to take her down. And that's why it was harder and it required more resources to take her down, because they didn't put her there. The Barbz put her there. And until they managed to annihilate all of the Barbz in this entire world, that's wishful thinking to take out that woman from the picture. So I will insert what he had to say, and then I will catch you guys after that. Don't go anyway. Let's meet up after this insert, okay?
Playlist while this wave do what it does. And even if the Kendrick wave lasted a couple of years. Oh, let me get back to my original point. My point was, it's gonna be tough for Drake right now because I don't even know if Drake can release music on Spotify or on playlists while this lawsuit is going on. It's a lawsuit. I don't know if Drake's gonna be able to release music via UMG. I don't know if he's gonna be able to put music on playlists. I don't even know if radio can play new music. I don't know how this works. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how this works. But I would assume that if you're in the midst of a lawsuit, UMG is probably not gonna be putting out no music. And the playlist, the streaming services won't be putting his music on playlists. I don't know. I could be completely wrong.
That's interesting.
I'm just saying, I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know.
I think they keep doing it. I think they keep doing it.
God bless, man.
Drake had one nice move though. Send an act on that dummy mission for LeBron.
Oh man.
Yeah, what did you think about that?
I don't think that was a good move. The reason I don't think that was a good move is because
On act or
on
Drake?
act, I don't think you should jump out the window and say things about somebody that the person feeding you isn't willing to say themselves. You know what I mean? And I just don't know why. Like I don't know. What does act gain from that?
So I think Drake was getting heat for insinuating that in that freestyle.
Yeah.
And so Drake wanted to take that heat off of him, and he's like, yo, act, we put this battery in your back. In case if he tries to sue you, I got proof to show that.
But he lied to act at first.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what I don't like. See, here's the thing.
He tried to.
As much as people give Act is very credible in the hip hop space.
Right.
He just is. He's a credible personality in the hip hop space. You can like him, you can love him, whatever.
But he's not just saying lies on the internet.
Yes, for the most part. All right? We don't know, but for the most part. So what happens is when Drake comes out and Drake goes, or this dude puts out these texts about Drake, and then Drake hits Act and says, yo, they're not true. But then the dude comes back and shows us that it is true. Now we like, oh, so Act got bad information. That doesn't hurt your credibility. Why it doesn't hurt your credibility? Because we can tell this desperate dude from Canada is feeding you bad information. So it's like, okay, Act, know better next time. So I just don't play the clip, Taylor.
Yeah, but now you can play the clip.
It's 8 minutes.
Oh.
It's 8 minutes? This one?
Yeah.
No, you don't have to play the whole thing. Just play the beginning.
In Canada, I've talked to enough people. Maybe Drake will keep teasing it. Let me just tell you what I've heard. Yo, LeBron, you and Drake used to go on two-mans, okay? You've been cheating on your wife. Drake used to facilitate. And basically, essentially, you can't dance to a song about him being a. He used to supply you with the. I'm sorry, man. Yes, if I'm Drake, I snitch on you too. Sorry, buddy. You can't do that. No. You've been living a lie, and everybody been thinking you're this perfect guy, but when you come to Canada, I know some of the. When you come to Canada, you know you come to certain places. I'm supplying you with the white women you love. You don't even like black chicks.
That was
White
hilarious.
women. I'm the guy. So when I bring the tings, and I'm hooking you up, when Kendrick drops a song saying certified lover boy, certified pedo, you're the first one to say, whoa. Me and Drake done did some two-mans. He ain't never bring no
LeBron say that publicly.
Don't do nothing. And how about you go win some championships? I'm sorry. I'm snitching on you.
Those are, you can enter that. Those are some heavy accusations to put on somebody. I don't know what's true and what's not true. I just don't see the point of Akademiks saying that, because I wouldn't want to see Akademiks get caught up in no legal trouble, because at the end of the day, Drake not going to take care of his legal fees. And I'm not going to say anything for Drake that Drake isn't willing to say for himself.
But look why this is such a smart move.
Why is it a smart move?
You put LeBron in the position of either having to sue Act if LeBron was cheating, he knows that there's proof out there. So it would be dumb for him to sue Act.
Can I say something to you?
Wait.
Okay.
And then if he doesn't sue, if he does just stays quiet, now the court of public opinion is going to just think, oh, you've been cheating on your wife for all this time.
I don't know what LeBron James does, but I know LeBron has been with his wife for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You think she don't know her man? You think that she don't know if her man has done to us this might be new news. They might have already had these fights now. I don't even know. And by the way, I don't know what's true and what's not true.
That's what I'm
just saying like we make these assumptions, right? And Drake can still. I mean, LeBron can still sue if he wants to. You know why? Because LeBron's a mother. And I keep telling y'all this, and I told y'all this about Drake. This isn't just LeBron. When you're talking about an entity that generates multi-billions of dollars for people and his image is everything, there's going to be people who are not going to play about that.
That's why
corporate shit.
Smart on Drake, because Drake isn't right now. He's probably tight. He has good reason to be upset. So it's like, hey, let me put Act on this dummy mission to hurt your image.
But what's the point of Drake doing that, and what's the point of Act wanting to do that for Drake? There's no reason for Drake to do that.
If Drake jumped out the window and said, yo, you've been cheating on your wife, we've been going on 2 mans, Drake would look stupid. Drake would look stupid if he did
He
that.
look even stupid at doing this, knowing that.
No, but this is Act jumping out the window. This is not Drake jumping out the window.
We know Drake's feeding him. The guy put out a freestyle called Fighting Irish.
Yeah.
Like it's based off LeBron's high school team. We know what Drake is trying to say.
I'm just saying, everybody's talking about this story as academics outing LeBron. Nobody's saying Drake outing
That is
LeBron.
true.
That is not true.
No, I think
Everybody knows Act's doing this on behalf of Drake because Drake's upset.
Well, yes, people believe he's doing it on behalf of, for sure, but it is academics doing it. But
They
also,
know
like,
it's coming from Drake.
Who's judging? Like, imagine spending $1 million a year on your body and your wife only.
I'm not having this.
Yo, you are
Yeah.
crazy.
You're a married man.
I don't spend $1 million a year on my body, bro. You know what I
You
mean?
be paying for personal trainers and shit. You got
I ain't spending $1 million.
Well, there you heard that, you guys. Let me know what you think about all of that. Personally, I'm just like, this sounds more like Charlemagne is trying to threaten Akademiks to make sure that, well, he doesn't speak more on LeBron. And so let me know, you guys, in the comment section what you think about everything that has gone down. And I mean, all of these campaigns that are happening. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified each and every time that I post. Until my next one, see you.